Hey guys, welcome to the first video for Mostly Metal. My name's Sean. I live in Illinois, Central Park. This channel is going to be dedicated to Mostly Metal, as you can tell by the title. I will be talking about other music that I'm interested in. I like pretty much everything. Rap, some old country, some country that's new but not new country. Looking around my office, what I have: black metal, death metal, some basic rock, some pop stuff. So please subscribe if you want to see some more videos. This first video I'm going to do is about Dark Lord Day. So this is an event put on every year by Three Floyds Brewery. They release Dark Lord Day beer. Every attendant gets 4 beers and a variant. I think there's 10,000 people, give or take. And they also have metal bands playing. So last year Pig Destroyer was playing. And so with this video I'm going to talk about all the bands that are playing and my thoughts on the band and show you some of the stuff that I have that these bands have put out. And the first band up is a band called River Black. Looks like they're starting at 1:15 for those watching this that are going Dark Lord Day. I have their first, I think it's their only album, called River Black. If you look at the hype sticker for fans of Converge, Pig Destroyer, Botch, I bought this going into it thinking that was going to be the case. These guys don't sound like those bands at all, in my opinion. It's a popular marketing technique, these clever stickers. It worked on me, obviously, so kudos to Seasons of Mist to put this out. This is the blue vinyl version. I think this is limited to 100 copies. I've listened to it about 4 times. I don't love it, I don't hate it. There's a few good songs on it, some of the rest. It just didn't hit me. I'll give it another spin though. And if you know anything about Burnt by the Sun, 3 of the guys from Burnt by the Sun are in this band. So if you liked Burnt by the Sun, it's basically Burnt by the Sun with a different bass player. Best song on here, in my opinion, is one called Haunt. There's a slight melodic element in the chorus, and that comes courtesy of Brand Daler, I think is his name, the drummer for Mastodon. He has excellent vocals. In my opinion, sometimes the vocals are better than the other 2 guys in Mastodon. And if you haven't heard their version of Stairway to Heaven on YouTube, or if you didn't get the record store they released, get that. Stairway to Heaven, the song's been played to death, of course, almost to the point where I don't even want to listen to it anymore. But they did this version of their version of Stairway to Heaven. They did it justice, so go check it out. River Black, curious to hear what they sound like live. We'll see how that goes. The next few bands, I don't actually have any physical stuff of them anymore. Minsk, I never know how to pronounce Minsk. They're from Chicago. Kind of a slow, doomy metal type band. Vocals peppered here and there, but again, might be better live than on CD. I've always thought their CDs or the recorded outputs always sounded a little thin, so we'll see how they go over at Dark Lord Day. The Atlas Moth is next. Oh, Minsk is at 2:15, by the way. Atlas Moth at 3:15. They're more of an experimental metal band, also out of Chicago. I've owned the CD or 2 of theirs in the past. Again, it hasn't stuck with me, and I should probably keep some of this stuff around. A lot of times if something doesn't grab me right away, I trade it in or I get rid of it. I should probably keep it around because sometimes, as a buddy of mine, Todd, and I talk about, sometimes you hate stuff and you'll come to it 5, 10, 15 years later and see, oh, that's why people like this. So I think Atlas Moth might be one of those bands. They've got a lot of experimental aspects to their music. I have heard their latest album one time on Spotify and it sounded more straightforward to me, metal-wise, music-wise as well, so we'll see how that goes. And next up, at 4:15, Sacred Reich. These guys were popular in the 90s, thrash band. They put out an EP called Surf Nicaragua. And then the album I got first was called The American Way. I don't know if that was first album or not. But they had a lot of great songs on it. The song that got them popular, or was their hit, if you want to call it that, was Who's to Blame. And it was a song about teenage suicide, more so from the aspect of around that time with Ozzy Osbourne, Judas Priest. These guys were getting blamed for teenage suicide, so kid kills himself. Oh, let's go in his room and see what kind of music he listens to. Oh, he likes Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne and metal, so that's what drove him to suicide. Which we all know is a bunch of crap. So, Who's to Blame is lyrics based on, hey, you might want to look at some other things going on in that kid's life as opposed to just the music he listens to. I'd like to think we've gotten beyond that in 2019, but I still see pockets of people that think music has some bearing on, someone wanting to kill himself, which I think is complete crap. But Sacred Reich put out an album after that called Independent. I owned the CD at one time, long since gone. Wasn't as good as American Way. Still good though. It's another band I never got to see live when I was younger in the 90s. So I'm kind of excited to see them here at Dark Lord Day. Next up is Nuclear Assault. I do have a couple of items from Nuclear Assault. The first being my favorite album of theirs called Handle with Care. This is actually a cassette, the original cassette, in the original case, obviously because it's broke. There's the cassette. Sorry about the glare there. This came out on In Effect, I think it was called, the label In Effect. A lot of this is faded, so you can't see it, but here's the innards, the cassette. Got some lyrics in here. The guy y'all probably are familiar with from this band is Dan Lilker. I believe that's how you pronounce his name, bass player. He played in SOD. He was also in Brutal Truth, one of my favorite bands. I'm going to be doing a video of them at some point. This album is, again, great thrash metal. The songs like Critical Mass, that was on Headbangers Ball a lot. Kind of their hit, if you want to call it that. Wake Up, When Freedom Dies. A lot of lyrics pertain to the world today, which is kind of another aspect I've always liked about metal. A lot of people kind of poo-poo on the long-haired tattooed guys playing loud, heavy music, but a lot of lyrics in metal are very prophetic, if you will, and I don't think people give metal enough credit when it comes to lyrics and lyricism. So check out Handle with Care. Great. Stream it, I guess, if you have to, but I'm always one to kind of want to own a piece of a band, not own them, you know what I'm saying. Next up is Out of Order. I think this came out after, I know it came out after Handle with Care, I don't know when. This one didn't grab me as much. Here's the cassette. This came out on Combat in 91, 92, something like that, 91. This album I didn't like as much as Out of Order. They did a cover of Ballroom Blitz, which just seemed completely out of place to me. I should probably give this album another chance, though. When I was younger, listening to this, I hit Ballroom Blitz, and I was just like, why did they do that? I'm one of those people that if I hear an album and it's going along okay, and then they throw a song like that in there, I just innards for the cassette, lyrics. Here's a cool order form. It's still intact. I don't know if you can see that or not. I can't tell if it's getting focused or not. Probably not. But if you wanted a t-shirt from Nuclear Assault back in 91, it only cost you $10. So it's a far cry from where t-shirts are today. So Nuclear Assault had a couple other albums that were great. Game Over, I think, was probably considered their classic. Don't have that. It's on my wish list on Discogs, but hope to get that someday. So Nuclear Assault, another bucket list band like Sacred Reich. I always wanted to see live. Never got to, so looking forward to that. Next up, they're playing at 4:15, if I didn't say that already. Sacred Reich's at 4:15, sorry. Nuclear Assault's at 5:30. And then at 6:45, we have Power Trip. These guys, this album's Nightmare Logic. These guys kind of, I hate to call things revivals, but a crossover revival, if you will. crossover, for those that don't know, was kind of back in the, I think it was the late 80s or early 90s. Metal and punk bands didn't really cross over together, hence the name crossover. The long hairs and the punks hated each other, so if punk showed up to long hair shows and long hair showed up to punk shows, there were always fights. But bands like COC, DRI, Suicidal, these guys started kind of bridging that gap between metal and punk. And Power Trip, to me, is what I would consider a crossover metal band. I can't tell you what makes them so great or different than other crossover bands, because they're not the first to redo this crossover style, but there's something special about these guys. I haven't put my finger on it. Maybe that's probably a good thing. Sometimes you don't have to put your finger on it, you just like what you like. The song Executioner's Tax, Swing of the Axe. Great, just a great song from start to finish. This is the inside, kind of has a collage of set lists and live photos and stuff, and then the other side is the lyrics. Just great crossover metal, and out, you know, it doesn't wear out its welcome. 8 songs, you can play it in like 25 minutes from start to finish. It's all good stuff. I'm gonna explore their back catalog some more, but I think this is their latest, which came out on Southern Lord in 2017, so I'm guessing 2019, I think they might have something new coming up. Band from Texas, really great stuff. Looking forward to seeing them live. And then at 8 o'clock, last but not least, is High on Fire. You all know Matt Pike from Sleep. He is also lead singer and rhythm guitar in High on Fire. First album, CD, I don't know, I just come and call them albums. You know, who cares what format it's in, but this is Blessed Black Wings. Sorry for the glare there from my window, but this is a dual disc album. This has a DVD. I haven't watched it yet. I think it's a live DVD. This was produced by Steve Albini. We all know him from, he was in Shellac, and he did, you know, Nirvana and all these other people, but Innards, nothing's too great, kind of a gargoyle there. Inside, some lyrics, another same gargoyle lyrics. One of my favorite High on Fire albums, Blessed Black Wings. Just another great from start to finish album. If you haven't heard these guys, I hate calling them like Black Sabbath. They have that heaviness of Black Sabbath, but they're dirtier, sloppier, and the vocals are not what I would call melodic whatsoever. So to me, it's like a heavier, nastier Black Sabbath. So Blessed Black Wings, get that if you don't have it. Another one, Luminiferous. I don't remember when this came out. This came out in 2015 or 2016, I think. This is sorry, I'm gonna get the glare fixed in previous videos, but inside, nothing too spectacular here. Cool little skeleton with some kind of creepy hand on it, and some lyrics. Again, nasty, dirty. The production is a little better on this one. I don't know if Steve Albini was involved in this or not, but the production is a lot cleaner on this one, a lot heavier. So another great album by High on Fire, The Black Plot, The Sunless Years, The Dark Side of the Compass. They're all just great songs. Hope to hear a lot of the live stuff from these two, but they have a vast catalog, so I'm sure we'll be hearing something from every album. And last one, which I have only listened to one time through, is their new one called Electric Messiah. This one came out this year, I believe, 2019, just came out. Got some cool hypnotic colors there. The inside has the lyrics and a big poster with got a green, some kind of creepy green skeleton, and then some psychotic colorage going on there on the inside with lyrics. This one, what I've heard so far, the production sounds awful. Almost like it's all treble and no bass. And if you're going to be a band like High on Fire, you know, heavy Sabbath type stuff, and you're going to have covers like this, why the production sounds like it does is beyond me. So I'm going to give it some more spins. It could have been what I was listening to it on. So we're going to give that another go and see. And again, like I said, I've only listened to this once, so I'm going to have to give it some more spins. So Dark Lord Day is this Saturday. Excuse me. It's sold out right when it went on sale. So you're not going to be able to find any tickets, most likely. So if you can find a ticket somehow, it's probably worth the price alone just to get the 4 beers and see these bands live. I think it's around $180 before taxes. People come from all over the country. Folks from Canada, I think folks from all over the world actually come to Dark Lord Day, and they should bring beers from their local brew pubs or breweries, and they share with everyone. So it's kind of it's a long day, especially at my age. So that's going to be it for this video. I might try to do a live video from Dark Lord Day, a YouTube live, maybe. Not sure how that's going to go. I don't have a proper mic, and the sound might be kind of crappy, but I'll do a follow-up video to this. And then my next video, other than Dark Lord Day follow-up, is going to be, I'm looking over my stack. I have about 15 or 20 records that I've bought, and about 25 CDs and a few cassettes that I have yet to get through, all within the last 4 weeks. I buy stuff, probably more than I should, to be honest. So I'm going to highlight that stuff next, and then if you can see around my room, I have some cool stuff I'll get to at some point in future videos. So if y'all like what you see, please subscribe below, and look forward to talking to you all in the comments. And if you're going to be Dark Lord Day, I'll see you there.